Hello, my name is Eric. I'm your Eagle Scout at home. During this Scouting at Home video series, we are going to be teaching you techniques and skills that scouts of all ages can work on at their homes. It's very important to know that both Cub Scouts and Scouts BSA members can work on these skills and refine them. Do it with a buddy, do it with a parent or a guardian. Also, get your friends to join in on the fun. Send them this link to the Facebook or YouTube video, and they too can learn along with these Scout skills. Also, if you're watching this video and you're not already a part of the Scouting movement here at LaSalle Council, go to beascout.org and you can find a local Scout pack or troop to join. In this video, we're going to be discussing a little bit about first aid. Now, as many of you know, first aid is the crucial healing skills that we can use to help people who are in trouble. Now, I'm sure all of you are aware of cleaning out cuts and scrapes with soap and water, and while that is very important, I want to focus on something a little more advanced in this skill. So, we're going to be talking about how to use a triangular bandage, or in this case, a simple neckerchief, to tie a splint and to hopefully rescue somebody if they break a limb, an arm or leg, out in the wild. Now, it's important to note that a lot of first aid skills can actually be conducted on yourself as long as you are awake and conscious and in a good state of mind to perform first aid on yourself. So let's say I was out here hiking, alone by the way, which is against the buddy system. You should always have a buddy when you're doing any type of camping trip. But people know where I am, so I'm able to perform this first aid on myself. So let's say I broke my shin bone. Now, let's be very clear. A doctor is the only true way we're actually going to get this bone fixed completely. But we can support the broken leg in the meantime so that when we travel the patient to the hospital, they'll be in a good, stable condition for which the doctor can pick up from there. That's why we do what we call first aid, because it's the first step. It's not the most permanent solution, but it will provide some level of care until the true professional care can be provided. So, let's say I have a fracture or a break in the middle of my lower leg. So, what you would do is you would take a bandage and then you would find something like a stick to support the leg with. And then you would tie both below and above the break. You do not want to tie the bandage on the break because that will only increase the pressure that the leg is already under. So, using a skill from one of our earlier videos, we will tie the square knot. Again, it's an important joining knot that can be used for a variety of situations. So, I'm going to tie the knot left over right, right over left, and secure my leg. If you have a broken arm, you can also tie a sling around your neck with a square knot as well and kind of give some support to that injured arm. If I had another triangular bandage or a handkerchief, then I would tie another square knot, this time around my arm, to give it that extra support. But you work with what you have in scouting, and you have to be thrifty and adaptable, especially during situations when you're outdoors and have limited supplies. These triangular bandages can be used for more than just splinting a leg or an arm that's broken. It can actually stop severe bleeding, which is one of 4 hurry cases in first aid. That is no breathing, no heartbeat, severe bleeding, or poison. Now, severe bleeding is probably the most obvious hurry case to pick out. We call it a hurry case because they are obviously in severe trouble of getting seriously injured or dying if first aid is not performed. So let's say I have a major gash in my head. The wound is bleeding severely, and we need to put some pressure on it and stop that bleeding. So if you have nothing else but a tattered cloth or a shirt or some article of clothing, you can use it to tie around the bleeding area. Now, guys, I can't see you. Being able to see is not really the priority here. It's stopping that bleeding, correct? So I'm just going to use a square knot again and tie this tightly, not constricting my brain or anything, but I am going to stop the flow of bleeding to this head wound that I have in my imaginary mind. Thank you for watching this video in the Scouting at Home video series. I've been Eagle Scout Eric, and I want to thank you personally for watching this and also following along with me and doing these skills at your home. We're all doing our part in being courteous to the world and stopping the spread of the coronavirus. But I also wanted to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel in the meantime. I'll be back here in a couple days with yet another Scout skill for us all to work on. But if you subscribe to that YouTube channel, you'll be instantly notified when the next video goes up. Also, if you're on Facebook, please share this video around to your volunteers, to your friends. Sharing this video helps promote Scouting in LaSalle Council and keeps us strong during this pandemic. Also, if you are watching with a parent or a guardian, we ask that if you are able and willing to make a Friends of Scouting donation to LaSalle Council. Donations can be collected on the home page at lasallecouncilbsa.org. We thank you all so much for your time and your support, and this is Eagle Scout Eric, and I'll see you in the next video.